All right, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. It's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm back in action with another look at another movie that's come out not too long ago. This movie I was kind of looking forward to. It's one of those movies that's really become a parody, a brand new kind of, oh, excuse me, not parody, genre, a brand new kind of genre here, where we're making fun of one particular movie, and that, of course, is Muck. Now, Muck is one of those movies that's making fun of the horror genre again, specifically Friday the 13th, kind of like with Cabin in the Woods. All right, Muck takes place near the end of the first act, where they're already in trouble, they're running around, the girls are half naked. You know, one thing I gotta tell you about Muck is that a lot of people know that you get your inspirations from, horror movies. Well, I think they also got a lot of inspiration here from anime. There's a lot of fan service in this movie, and in some ways it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, and in Muck it kind of went back and forth. Like I said though, you have these group of kids. They're running in the middle. You get the sense of who's who, who's a smart aleck, who's a smart girl, who's a slut, all those kind of things going on here. And it's a really interesting introduction. It all starts off real fast with these people kind of panicking, So you do have the sensation that this is going to be a flashback movie, that we're here at the end, we need a flashback to how they got here. No, this movie starts from here and moves forward. Okay, they were able to run into the middle of a house that had electricity but no really working phone, but also it seemed like a model home type of thing in the middle of nowhere. And yet, from here, the movie kind of sets us up all wrong. Like, you have this guy who decides he's going to run to get help, and he's going to run all the way to the bar because his friends are in a life and death situation. He needs to get to the police. He bypasses all the other homes that you see on the road. Okay? If this person was in the middle of nowhere, I would understand. But he's not. He's running past house after house after house, not banging on the door asking to use the phone. He's waiting until he can go to the bar first. Okay? And it's kind of a funny thing because, on the one hand, you have this sense of urgency that these people are in real trouble. On the other hand, you get a sense of, well, you know what? It's really not that bad if he can run all by all these homes. Heck, if my friends were in danger like these guys were, I would have busted down the door of a house where nobody lived just to call someone. It's like they're in a life-death situation, but at one point they were worried about whether or not they were going to be arrested for breaking into a house. So anyway, Muck starts off like that. Muck starts off with a mystery. You're not supposed to know who's really happening this. Why it's happening, who is doing this, right? But Muck moves forward, and you're able to accept it at this point, okay? You're fine with it. You get it. It's going to be a horror movie parody. Don't take it too seriously. Just sit back and enjoy the ride and enjoy the show. That's fine. I was with it. The one part that really Muck got better at was when they decided to pull some really advanced storytelling aspects, okay? For example, they did time lapses where you see a girl upstairs looking out the window. She sees something going on, but she can't tell what's happening, okay? A few seconds later, she's dead. They kill her. It's a horror movie after all. But then much later on, you see the room, you see the people who were actually involved with it, and then you see this girl up in the window again, so you understand, oh, I get it. This is what she saw. Those time-lapse problems. Advanced storytelling, which kind of helped the narrative, kind of helped Muck a little bit. They try to mix things up, right? So that was the good part. So you have the standard Friday the 13th problem. Kids in the middle of the woods, the middle of nowhere, helpless against whatever was attacking them. Then they bring in this new guy, the cousin of the guy who ran to go get help. He comes in and he's actually he's a smart mouth. He's a badass. For some reason, this one girl hangs out with him despite the fact that he insults her totally. They finally get a Playboy playmate onto this screen. She goes into the bathroom to change her clothes and she tries on all this underwear. Now, I don't know about you ladies. I doubt people really carry as much underwear as she does to, get changed, decide which underwear she wants to wear when she gets lucky tonight, that kind of thing. But the fact that she kept covering herself up as she did that annoyed me. I really did not like that fact. But that's neither here nor there. Here's where Muck lost it. Okay? Muck had it all. Good story, standard, blood and gore, screaming chicks, all the things you could ask for. But then they started to do things without explaining them. All of a sudden, you're at the near the end, and this car just gets flipped over, and you're wondering, well, what happened? And you're wondering also, well, when are they going to explain it? And they never do. And there's this big battle at the end with you think it's the main boss, but there's something else that's problems: bubbles in the water. That's the problem. Bubbles in the water. Now, this might get explained in the prequel. They're making the prequel for this. It's going to be called Muck, the Feast of St. Patrick or something like that. At the time of this recording, that's the last time I saw it. So maybe more of this stuff will be explained. Muck had potential. I wanted to like it. And I really gave it a chance. And they had some really good moments. Like when that guy finds his shovel, it's priceless. Okay, and you might want to go out and buy yourself a shovel after watching this movie. It's just that good of a part. However, what kills it is that they try to put us in some elements without explaining it. I mean, there's not much to Muck. There's not much of these kind of movies. These are horror movie parodies. You're not expecting, the best, but you're expecting better than what you got. And in some ways, I felt cheated from it. It was a shame because I really liked it. I really wanted to continue to like it, but it just fell apart at the very, very end. And they tried to do some more advanced stuff than they were really capable of at the time. And that's where it falls apart. It was a real shame, too. Muck doesn't get a pass. It gets more of a decide. I would look deeper into it to see if this is your kind of thing. You might like it. Just prepare for some disappointing moments. That's all. It's not that bad. So it gets to decide. I hope if you see it that you do enjoy it. There were some good parts of it, like I said. All right, guys, that's it for me for today. We will see you at the theaters.